Yeah,
Yeah, never truly ready, even when I hit start. Um, yeah, I'm not really sorry for starting early. I just wanted to start. Oh, Nail, heard about Sledge last night from Mecca, so my sympathies. Hope he's getting better. Let me get this out of here. This is just a cookie tin from Christmas that I was like, you know, I could use that in the shop somehow. I don't know yet exactly how, but I could. And most likely it's going to hold shellac or something along those lines. Just don't know yet. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Twitch, for being a very good app. No feet pics. So right now the app on the phone is continually disconnecting. So this is going to be fun. Let me see if there's a way to fix this. Because if it's continually disconnecting, I'm not going to be able, okay, starting to get stuff again. Oh God. Go ahead and flood it in there, Slordy. Hey, Mecca. Hey, Mecca. Which stream did you go into that has all the Majora's Mask stuff? Okay. But so this is the new 12-inch brace. So now I have all the torque in the world because I'm not going to buy a 14 or 16-inch brace. Those are just massive and hard to keep. But it is in phenomenal condition, especially compared to the Dunlap. The Dunlap's in good condition, but this Stanley is in really good condition. Oh, it disconnected again. I guess chat is going to have to be done this way now. So sorry guys if I keep popping up here, but as soon as it disconnects from chat, it does not reconnect. So I have to, there we go. Okay, so I have to like refresh it every time. Twitch, fix the app. Don't ban me for telling you to fix your app. Your app. If it disconnects every 5 minutes, there's a problem because OBS isn't disconnecting. All right, anyway. Follow me. Follow me? Okay, it's got to be the left hand. Got it. All right, taking out the lock. You don't want to see the inside of this thing because it is jam-packed and probably needs to be more organized because I haven't made all the tills yet. All right, got that. Especially if you look down in there, it looks like a giant hellhole. But I just want to get him put away. Sorry, it's probably going to lose me here. You know, this can probably go up here as well. Oh, dang. It fits perfectly right there. Ta-da! We're gonna need you. Don't think we're gonna need those just yet. Wait, 923s. Okay, da-da-da-da. All right, we're gonna leave that like that for right now. Let's see, did it? Okay, it found me. We are gonna need this if I get to the sliding dovetail portion, so we're gonna get that out. All right, it disconnected from chat again. Let me see what I missed. Okay, Twitch, you're just playing games with me now. Sorry, you get to see my 2-week beard for a few seconds. Yeah, I agree, 923 is probably the best one I could do. The fact I got it so cheap is nice. All right. Thank you. Oh. Following me? Follow. I can forgive Obsbot. Oh, it disconnected again. Jesus. Fix your app, Twitch. Well, at least both. It is too weak. Okay. This is just a piece of junk. Not really, it'll get turned into something. I'm not throwing away 8-quarter cherry. Yeah, well, the update definitely broke it. 9 and some change. At least it's still working at the moment. Okay, we got 28-inch long board. If we do 14-inch long legs, that's kind of long. If we do 12s, those are still kind of long. See, we need 9 inches to run the entire length, but I may be cutting, I may do a stopped sliding dovetail, just so yeah, let's talk a little bit about design at the moment. Disconnected from chat. Well, that lasted all of 5 minutes. We're just going to turn the phone off at this point. Well, hello, Life in Pain. Oh, well, Miss Pumpkin, glad to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. All right. If I'm a little slow to respond to chat, it's because this app has died on me at least 12, 13, 15, 26 times in the last 5 minutes. Let's see. Looking ragged. All right, so, and I've cleared off the beard recently. I don't know if you've ever actually, no, yeah, you've seen that, Miss Pumpkin, you've seen that actually. Because I think I did, yeah, I did a, what was it, No Shave November, that one year in college, and cleared off my beard completely, and everyone called me Toby Maguire for a few weeks. Could be a cash issue. Actually, let's try that, Mecca. Let's try that before I get too far. because that could be the solution to all of life's problems. But while we're doing that, up. Yeah! Cartoons are in real life now. I hope someone Zadarova. What does that mean? Anyway, mind explaining that? But anyway, we're gonna restart said phone, see if that's the problem. So, let's explain some basic, get that off the screen, some basic design here for the vise. Mainly because people don't need to see how I actually put my password in. Especially since it doesn't recognize my face without a beard. Funny, it won't recognize my face with a mask. It won't recognize my face without a beard. So facial recognition is just a gag. Oh, cool. Glad you found me here. I don't know any Russian, so I'm hoping you can understand me perfectly fine. But if you don't mind, can I ask how you found me here, or if there's anything that interested you here about what I'm doing? All right, let's see if the Twitch app will work for more than 5 minutes. No frustration in my voice at all. No frustration. All right. All right. So basically what we're doing is building what's called a Moxon vise. And here is the front and the back jaw. This is the back jaw. Oh, you started tracking me again, didn't you, little camera? So far it's doing good. So this is the back jaw, and it has a through. Okay, you need a lock. Hold on, lock. Lock. Goodbye, goodbye. Anyway, so this is the interior face where there will be a hex nut and has a through hole in it where we will be putting another hex nut on the back to lock in all threads that go all the way through. This is the front face that has a slotted hole so that I can cant the jaws if I need to for something like tapered legs. So I could literally clamp it like that and not have problems. And now we will build a basic idea of what I'm doing here before I start cutting wildly. This is just a piece of scrap at the moment. It'll become other stuff. This is the vise tabletop. So, and these are legs. Yes, it's only one piece, but it's legs. I'll give you an idea what's going on. And I just realized, follow me. Lock, thank you. And I'm disconnected. Okay, just making sure that that was, so my phone is not the problem. Very true, Miss Pumpkin. Okay, so phone's not the problem, it's the app. That's going to be annoying. Anyway, so we put the faces together of the vise. such. We're gonna for right now, ignore these are legs. And then we have our top, which will extend off this way, and consider these legs. If you notice how much taller the legs are, it's gonna raise up a little. So what I'm thinking, the legs are gonna get put into the top with sliding dovetails, but I'm thinking about stopping them, or maybe a little bit under, and then scooping where I can put actually, now that I'm looking at it on my bench, no. They need to be flushed out here and then out, just based on where the holes are. Okay, well, sometimes it's easier. Disconnected from chat again. Okay, this is going to be a fun one, guys. It has been excellent to see what they're doing. The language barrier is difficult but worth trying to overcome. I mean, I don't want to sound harsh, but Cyrillic is kind of a hard one to learn. I can try. I could probably get like 2 or 3 words eventually. Not going to say no to trying, because saying no to trying is the first way to fail. So these are the faux feet. So now we know what size we want. Now we can cut them to size. Or we can get them roughly the size we want, because right now we have 28 inches a foot, and then we have this for the small feet. We want this right up here, okay, like that, like that. Give it a little overlap, because I may still do what I want to do, which is also do a sliding dovetail up this way. That gives us a distance you know how I said it was 28 inches long? Like 14 inches is the perfect distance. Like I can take a little bit off and not be worried. Oh, wait. I'm looking at this wrong. Never mind. 12 inches is the perfect distance. All right, foot it is. 14's a little too long. Also, in case you haven't seen it yet, Miss Pumpkin, this is Mini Max. You know who Max is. It's because Max can't always be here. Well, hello there, Owen. Miss May. So guys, I'm having a little bit of trouble today. Let me do one thing, make sure of one thing here. Okay, the volume is up, so alerts will at least yell at me. Who else did I miss here, guys? Sorry. Like this is pitiful and annoying. We're gonna do this so I don't really need to see me. Okay. All right, well, that's about the best I can do. The app's going to keep crashing. That means there's going to be no phone calls. I'm just going to have to come up and try and read as much as possible. Is there a way to magnify that? No, here. I'll show you what, well, I mean, actually, I didn't think about that. There's a way around this, isn't there? Can I join my own stream on my phone? That might be the way around it. It's the maker side. Okay. So if it's not freezing and disconnecting through mobile app, then it's just the maker side of the app. Okay, well, cool. I'll try this for a little bit. I didn't think about that. If your phone's not, if it's not disconnecting from chat, it's literally the new maker update they put in.
Okay.
So we'll try this.
Okay.
Okay. If it's not working, then we'll figure out something else. Okay. All right, so 12 inches to cut the feet. That gives us a little bit like 2 inches here. All right, so let's test out the chat. See how long it goes before it stops being, or if it does stop. Okay, so now that we got that, also there's this nice little defect here that I'm going to cut out and inlay a bow tie. That might be a little bit later. That's a bigger chore. Let's get, so far it's working, Miss May, so that's better than nothing. Let me turn my volume down just in case I get a raid or something. I don't want sound from there, sound from here, sound from there. I just want it to all work. We'll actually put the vices down first. Vice faces down first. So that we can stack this effectively. Take you. Well, yeah, let's do that. And then a stack of you. Get the wood over here. I'm almost certain Bad Dad did like a late night stream where he was burning wood and forgot to turn his stream off. I saw that this morning, that there's just a black screen and like 1 or 2 people in the chat, I think he just forgot to turn his stream off. Also, Miss Pumpkin, last time I know you were here, we were building the Dutch tool chest. Let me see if I can get this to work properly. There we go, follow me. Here is our Dutch tool chest over here, filled up with tools and everything. So lid, everything is nice and good. Painted a good green, as is Rolla tradition. Okay, get the camera out of focus. There we go. Lock. Lock. Good bot. Good bot. Oh, I love it. I'm slowly kitting it out with different tills for chisels and saws and things like that. The only thing I can think of though, with this workaround on chat, which seems to be working, thank you. Someone yell at me when there's a redeem because I gotta catch it as it happens. It doesn't pop up like it does in the chat. So we gotta hydrate. Prost, coffee. And a hat. I don't know if we got anything else. Someone tell me. All right. And another hydrate. All right. Snake, I'm actually wondering if that's turned off for anyone that isn't a mod. It may actually be turned off. I'd have to check it out. I'm also in the process of getting rid of Streamlabs. I'm currently working on making a, working on 12 inches is rough. 12 inches is rough enough. On working, gotcha. I just don't remember if I had it that way before. Wait, reference faces towards me. If I had it turned the other way at one point. but I am currently in the process of getting rid of things because of bad business practices or dishonorable business practice. Put it lightly, they're sleaze bags. Wait, why did I even use you? Come on. Plagiarizing sleaze bags, basically. So I'm slowly creating a profile with StreamerBot to replace everything. Gotcha. I mean, I'm liking how StreamerBot works. I just got to figure out a few coding things with it because it uses the code language I know. So if it's all based on that language, I'm going to be able to make it do a lot of things once I sit down and start playing with it. I know a lot in C. Yeah, that's where a lot of what I know is in C because Arduino is almost all C based. I did a lot of ham radio stuff with Arduinos. Okay, let's make sure because we're going to lose which side is our face when we cut it off, and then because of what I'm going to do, I'd rather cut it in this way. And leave that 4 inches. That 4 inches is probably going to be the small feet. But this is working. This is working. It's not crashing like the creator side of the app at the moment. So I'm just going to submit my request. Twitch, please look into your app. Something is wrong on the creator side. Cutting out the legs. Cutting out the legs. We're getting somewhere. It does look like a pile of lumber, but I'm actually very happy and hyped about it. Let me reference the correct face. I'm very happy and hyped about it because we are getting very close to doing actual joinery. That isn't just drilling out the sockets for the Vise hardware. Oh wow, that entire chipped out area that I was worried about is not a problem. Is not a problem. Okay, and the reason I score all the way around, doing a crosscut, that gives a little bit of a recess to for when the saw goes through to not tear out the board as much. Hey, Pasenius! I found a few more 9.5s, in case you're wondering, but haven't really told you about them yet because some of them look decrepit. Why am I over here? Old habits die hard. All of my tools are over here. Old habits die hard. That's why I built the tool chest, so that they're all in one location and not on a bunch of... Okay, guys, hold your ears. There we go. Gonna need that to be down, and it is down. Oh yeah, man. I mean, Mecca, if you're doing a stream, I would love to be in on that. I'd love to. I try to actually pop in on your streams when I realize they're happening. I don't know what you'd be talking about, but it's still interesting. Okay, there. All faces, reference faces have been marked, because this is still going to be a good chunk that I could possibly use. You never know, that leftover chunk may get used for something else. Maybe I'll make a leg out of it. I mean, 28 inches long, I could make some coffee table. I could make a coffee table leg or two out of it. Let's get us something to stop this from moving around. I love how I have like just scrap walnut with like holes and stuff drilled in it from me just going, yeah, it's a small piece. I can use that as a... Wait, why am I using this? There's a reason I built a bench hook. I'm slowly learning to tell myself, there's a reason why you built this. All right. So what I'm doing right now is removing a little bit on the waist side with a chisel to give myself a nice little divot for the saw to ride in. I mean, I'm going to be using the bench hook anyways to do a crosscut, so I'm like levels of, man, you are out of it, boy. All right. Hey, Craftsman Studio. Morning to you. Well, Pasenius, just so you know, 9.5 is going to be the gold standard. If you can grab a Stanley 9.5, it's better than what I have. I have a 9.25. Here, let me show you my 9.25 real quick. So, literally, they're the same plane. Like dimensions, everything is the same except one thing. So, this is the 9.25 block plane. You notice it has lateral adjustment, it has depth adjustment, everything 9.25. It's awesome, I love it. 9.5 has a nice little knob here, so you can adjust the mouth opening. That's the only thing the 9.25 is missing over the 9.5. Depends on whether or not you need or want an adjustable mouth. I deemed I didn't need it, so I didn't go for it. And you save money by not needing that adjustable mouth. Everyone wants it. Now, do you need it? Up to you. I think it's more of a game of, it's a balancing act. You can't adjust how wide that mouth is open, but you can get that blade sharp and get it set in real nice and get it to operate just fine. What that adjustable mouth will really help you with, though, is squirrely grain and end grain. But so far, I haven't really had a problem, and I don't think I really will. It really did, yeah. Christopher Schwartz kind of started up the whole craze of vintage tools or got them really heavy up. And then, I mean, unintentionally, Paul Sellers probably did too a little bit. Well, any vintage tool person. I should bring this upstairs and try not to drink out of that. That's from Wednesday, man. Let me get my coffee because it's on a warmer up in the front. Very true, Mecca. Adjustment is nice, not necessarily needed. All right, crosscut saw. Wait. Best way to do this. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, cool, whatever. Put the reference face up here. We'll shoot stuff later. I know, just seems stupid to be doing this cut with a tenon saw, but those who have known me long enough with this stuff, I've cut thicker material with these tenon saws. And these will be track way straighter and better than my traditional hand saws, my backless saws. 1 second here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really blaming them. It's just they got the word out and people got interested and people started buying them. Let me get my body out of the way so I don't start canting the blade. Okay, 1 second here. I think the hat is good enough for now. Very true. Many ways to skin a cat. Not all of them legal. Plus this saw will also leave a finer edge than my my large backless saws, which eventually will have a till on that lid. I just got to go out and get a couple pieces. I tested it out. I just don't like the design that I made. We're going to make a nice cleaner one that doesn't look like I just glued a 2x4 to the lid. I mean, I'm still going to shoot it, but shooting will take like 5 seconds instead of 5 minutes. I may not even shoot it because, actually, it depends. I'll check it. If I have to shoot it, I'll shoot it. If not, no reason to once you use a tenon saw. And for those that want to do hand tool woodworking, want to get a nice tenon saw, I would not try and get you to buy, you know, the $100 saws or you know, the $200, $150 saws. Buy one of these. What is this? Oh, this is a slightly better version than what I started on. It's the same maker. Honestly, I might fix this. This is my first tenon saw. It's a Crown. I might, yeah. All that's wrong is I bent up the front here. I can fix that. I might make this a giveaway. In all honesty, I just didn't have time to deal with it, and I overreacted and bought a slightly higher quality of the same thing, but I overreacted when it fell and hit the concrete. I didn't actually inspect the damage. I could get that thing sawing straight again and make it a giveaway if anyone's thinking about it. I may do that. Just make a giveaway if we get to, like, let's say, we'll think about 300, maybe 300 or 500 followers, I don't know, and just give that saw away. Give it a new home. I mean, it's not a bad saw. It's my first tenon saw, and I built this bench, I built that bench, I built most of that toolbox with it. I built, what was it, the ring box. I built Slarty's little finger groove box with it. I mean, it's a good saw. I just need to straighten out the tip. It's like the first 1/4 inch is out of straight at the very, very end. So not even the brass back is bent out. I was worried that the brass back got bent, and I was like, that's beyond my skills. It was not in the tool chest. I don't know if watch time works. Like I said, it never made it into the tool chest. That's why I bought a new one, because it fell from the nails over here. It just fell off. That was why I was building the tool chest, was to make sure that doesn't happen, and it happened before I finished the tool chest. All right, all right. I shall never woodwork again. I mean, it didn't have a tool chest to sit in. That was the problem. Oh, well, I mean, maybe now's a good time to talk about it, but the next thing we're building on stream is most likely going to be a shoe bench. You know, a nice place to put your shoes and a nice cushion to sit on while you're putting your shoes. That is one of those requests by Slarty, and it'd also be a nice, good stream, so I guess I get to work at least until the end of the shoe bench, and then I'm fired. Ha 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 ha. Oh. Yes, this cuts a lot slower, but it cuts a lot straighter. We're going to have to shoot a little bit. I can tell, but it's, you know, about a 64th, you know, a couple shots and you're done. I'd have to sit here and think what a 64th would be in a mill. 32nd to a 64th. I'm just like, yeah, we'll shoot a little bit just to make it nice. But it does feel nice to be working in cherry again, or walnut, or anything other. I mean, I like pine. White pine is much more fun to work in than yellow pine. I will say that. Yellow pine, pain. because of the huge striations and hardened spring and winter wood. You just get a change in hardness all of a sudden when you're planing. If I ever built this bench again, I'd probably build it out of poplar. Not really. I'd probably build it out of cherry in all honesty. Oh, I know you know, Pausanias. I think you were using yellow pine just like me. Especially if you don't select wood well and you hit a knot. Whoo, that'll stop a plane immediately. Oh, that reminds me, I need to make that owl emote, don't I? For whenever I'm like, ooh, man. I forgot about the owl emote. I'm gonna have to do that. I do have spaces for it. Here we go. Just the tiniest bit out of square. Able to be shot fairly fast, I think. All right, next one. Especially since I haven't, oh wow. Somebody didn't shoot this end. Not pointing fingers, can't prove anything. Yeah. Working with yellow pine taught me to sharpen a lot and frequently. Which is weird because it's a softwood. You would think softwood wouldn't be the one that teaches you to sharpen, but it sure as heck does. Yeah, I learned that in the middle of building this bench. Which is why I invested in that little sharpening station area for my bench. I was like, I'm gonna get the diamond stones, and once the bench top is on, we're gonna make a little area for all of my stones to sit. So all I gotta do is pull them out and go. Also, as a reminder, I don't have a way to track redeems. Just yell at me in the chat if we're missing a redeem. Okay. We're gonna let that sit there for a bit. I'm getting the thirst. In about 2 more weeks, I won't be able to see the skin again. That'll be good. You'll be feeling like me again. But yeah, because in 2 more weeks it'll have been a month, and I'm fairly certain I'll have full beard hair or full beard thickness again. And then from there it'll just go back up to mountaineering and captainly. Uh-huh. Somebody's asking for waxing. Starting to drag. But I highly recommend anything made by these guys. They're not the prettiest saws, and Honestly, in the future, I'm going to take these handles off and we're going to shape them a little bit more ergonomic, but they're quality saws. There we go. Crown's the lowest level of the saw maker. I gotta say here, Thomas Flynn. If you know that name, Thomas Flynn. Hey, Apocalypse, Outpost. Glad to see you're in here. Thomas Flynn is the actual saw maker, and it's in Sheffield, England. Crown is the lowest tier level. These are, I think, Garlic and Son. Basically, Thomas Flynn makes all of them. If it's made in Sheffield and it's a saw, it's made by Thomas Flynn. So the higher up you go, the more preparation and quality is put into the saws. If you buy one of the saws, Pausanias, if you buy one of the saws, be prepared for a little bit of work. That one you won't have to worry about if I put that into a giveaway. But if you win 2 in a row, that's going to be funny. What you will want to do is take the blade out of the handle. And you just take the nuts out and pull the blade out and douse it in acetone, because they do shellac the blade, or they varnish the blade in something, but acetone rips it off. It's about the only thing I found that rips it off. Just pure acetone, not nail polish remover. That's too weak. You need 100% acetone. And just rub it down with acetone and some steel wool or a green scrubby for 15 minutes or so. You'll see the stuff just like wash off. It'll turn this weird milky color and then just come off. And then you're going to want to sharpen the teeth. They're not, you can cut with them right out of the box, but you're going to want to sharpen the teeth. Which, if you go to our good friend Lee Valley, they have all of the saw files you'll ever need. Another place to go to get these saws, if you already shop around on Tay-Tools, Tay-Tools has them all. I'm not going to support Amazon. That's a bad thing to say when you're streaming on one of their platforms. But I prefer to help a little man out more than buy direct from Amazon. Paint a saw blade. Well, I mean, I do have, I don't want to do that to one I want to use, but we could possibly do this one. I've yet to grind down the teeth and turn it into a 4-point. It's got a small kink in the blade, so not sure, and this one is a kink that I've tried to get out and can't. So it may become something I just paint and hang. I don't really like the idea of painting saw blades though, especially if they're good saw blades. Bob Ross the blade? I could Bob Ross the blade. I've already bragged about my oil painting skills. I could Bob Ross a blade. That would be funny. But I did get all of my back saws through Tay-Tools. And they have relatively fast shipping. It's actually cheaper to buy through Tay-Tools than it is on Amazon because of many things. The reason it's cheaper to buy it from Tay-Tools than on Amazon is because Amazon doesn't sell them from Flynn Garlic. Amazon sells them from Tay Tools, if that tells you anything. So you're buying directly from who supplies Amazon and cutting out Amazon at that point. God, I'm going to get like demonetized the more I tell them. The more I keep doing this, I need to shut up. This stream is not sponsored by Tay Tools yet. I talk way too much while I'm on stream, don't I? I don't get anything done. I just talk because I have people to talk to. People will actually listen. I wouldn't be surprised, like, if they realize, I mean, like, I can't say all of my tools, but a good portion of my decent tools are all from Tay Tools. It's almost all Woodcraft, Tay Tools, or tools for working wood, in all honesty. And if Lee Valley's watching, there are some Lee Valley. If Lee Nielsen's watching, there is one Lee Nielsen. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to wait until Lee Nielsen has shooting planes done to order that left-hand shooting plane, or if I'm just going to order one from Lee Valley. Because that's merely an aesthetic choice at this point. I just like the way Lee Nielsen's look, because Lee Nielsen's looks like a Stanley. It doesn't have modern curves or anything. You never know, at some point in time when this fun time in history has passed, I may actually go to Tay Tools. They're not that far away from where I live. They're far enough that I don't want to, but not that far. Oh, there we go. Dropping an octave, which means we're really close to breaking through. There we go. Okay. Put you back in the sawtill. Really need to make the rest of the tills, so this is actually easier to do. There we go. You're in. Give you a good idea of the difference in quality of cut. Circular saw, table saw. Look at all those little circular marks. Me futzing around with a hand saw, the big hand saw. And that's a tenon saw. There's a reason why I was like, yeah, no, we're going to do... What did I measure wrong? How am I... You know, that whole measure once, cut twice thing? How is one of these short? Well, not that big of a deal, I guess. too late now. But also, like I said, not that big of a deal. How did I make the table with the dog holes? Oh, Frogfish, you missed it last year. I built this on stream. So this is literally, if you know Christopher Schwartz's knockdown Nicholson bench, this is literally his with a few minor modifications for me. We'll probably cut that a little bit off. So last year, before lumber prices skyrocketed through the roof, I had decided to build myself a good woodworking bench and bought a bunch of 2x12s. I still have one 8-foot cut of 2x12 left, and I just decided to build this bench. This is two 2x12s edge jointed together. That was a fun endeavor without having a workbench. But all of it is just 2x12s cut into different sizes and assembled together. They are held together with bolts. It breaks into 6 pieces basically. Let me see if I can find them, because honestly, if you can get them from McMaster-Carr, get them. So big old bolts. I believe 3/8 inch bolts, and then there are these little hardware pieces on the inside that have a 3/8 inch bolt thread, and you just screw them on the inside, so you have a permanent threaded hole to tighten those bolts down. And oh my God, it is a beefcake of a connection. Those are basically the only metal things in this bench holding it together. Everything else is, if I had to drill a screw, I pulled the screw back out and then drilled out and glued in Miller dowels. They're stepped up dowels. You got to get a special bit for them, but they're stepped up dowels to glue down, hammer and glue down into a screw hole, an existing screw hole, and then saw it off flush so that you have no wood. So honestly, other than the bolts holding this tabletop down, I can drill holes right through it. I don't have to worry about hitting anything steel, because the 6 bolts holding it down, I physically can see from the top. Yes, there are plans. I got to sit here and, if you look up Christopher Schwartz's Knockdown Nicholson in Google, it'll bring them up. They're free plans. You don't have to pay a thing for these plans. I basically followed them. I made a few modifications because I'm different, also because I'm left-handed. This big leg vise, that's a modification. He doesn't have any vices on the bench to begin with. I'm left-handed, so I screwed the holes in a different pattern to suit a left-handed person. And then I made the shelf underneath it a little bit differently to suit me. But there's very, very minor changes. Like the big change was this big leg vise. That is what I changed the most. Hey, Tinkerer, how you doing? We're doing pretty good. We're just working on cutting out the leg stock for my Moxon Vise here. That's probably why it's doing that. 1 second here. We're gonna fix one thing. Where's that green scribber? Scribbery-doo. I choose you.
a lot of sawdust and wax buildup on the face. No wonder it's having trouble registering flat. On the side. It should be. I'm hoping it showed up. But yeah, that's definitely the plan for the knockdown Nicholson. I honestly, if you don't have a lot of hand tool woodworking skills, or it is a very uncomplex bench that if I wasn't streaming building it, I could have probably knocked out in about a week. If I went gung-ho and decided to use power tools the entire time, I could have probably knocked it out in about 5 days. Minimum. But I did most all of it with hand tools, which slowed me down tremendously. And I also was still very much learning hand tools. Okay. Everyone's going to be like, you just took all of that wax off. Why'd you put it on? It's like, because I need it. It's just dirty wax I was taking off. Still want something to slide. There you are, brush. Oh yeah, and I mean, it's one of those things where, make sure you're, okay, good. You always, Jesus, that made it so much easier. I'm gonna have to clean this side too. You're about to see like a level of clean on boards that this is where I'm like, man, I wish I had a shooting plane because this is nice and cold. Very true, very true. About drink that coffee cup again. Honestly, the more I kept myself doing hand tools, okay, the reference face is up here, good. The more I'm preferring it over power tools. I don't think, I mean, like, I'm not going to be a hand tool purist and be like, well, that's the only thing I'm going to do from now on. But I have been finding myself opting for a hand tool solution a lot lately. As opposed to power tools. Oh no, you're breaking out. Too bad. Like one big power tool thing that I'm going to be doing that, like, the thing is if you don't have the right power tool, it becomes a pain. These are leg templates for a chair that I'm doing, collapsing camp chair. I almost wish I just got my, what was making me laugh was like, man, if I just made my turning saw, I'd be done with this by now. Because this is made for a bandsaw. Guess what power tool I don't have? Bandsaw. I do have a table jigsaw, and I do have table saw. So it's one of those things where, like, I was cursing a stream cutting that thing out because I didn't have the proper tools, so it was about 10 times more difficult And by the end of it, I was like, man, I should have just taken my coping saw and just cut it out with a coping saw at that point. By the time I figured out how to get it to work efficiently with the power tools I had, the coping saw would have already had it cut out. Just the tiniest bit left, and we shall be good. Okay, you're just a little too heavy, a little too light. We're basically parallel with the line. We just need to... Yes, sub pump, I know, I know. 1 second here. Ah. That might be the problem. Yeah. Trial and error, and mostly error. That's how you learn. Live, learn, then get loves. Just don't stream while you're wearing them. No. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, the phone is not working correctly, so. And with StreamerBot, once I get everything running, redeems like that are going to yell at me. I'm going to make it queue up audio signals, so I might not even need this. But what if I wanna? Okay, that's been shot. We'll think about this one later. This is a joinery face. This is going to be F-it face. Basically, it's going to be something that I'm going to end up playing with anyways with a rasp. All right. This one doesn't have as much of a problem. It has almost no problem. Ooh. Yeah. All right. Joinery faces are good and clean. And I can visibly tell what the joinery faces are. So, the reason why I'm not worried about this face or this face is because I'm literally going to be, the joinery is going to be on these two faces. And there we go, let's make that correct. So these two faces and here, this is going to get cut down and curved out to be a little place to clamp a holdfast to. So there'll be like a little nubbin. We'll cut out a little nubbin here so that I can put a holdfast down on it. So I don't really need to worry too much about it because you're just taunting me, aren't you? Because I'll end up filing it down anyways because it's going to be 1/4 of a tight. And it's going to be free-form cutting anyways. You are taunting me. Let's see you there. just to make sure, because I can visibly see it from here. Don't dare make my sliding dovetails a pain in the butt. There we go. All right, so we got 2 leg stocks done. It's 11 o'clock. Okay, so let us revisit. And yeah, nice and dirty waxy, so I'm gonna have to come up with a solution for that, because that's exactly what caused that, is using it as a shooting plane. Okay, so let's revisit how this is going to look now that we have leg, and don't worry that they're a little out of parallel here, because you fix up the out of parallel as you're fitting. So hello, bacon. She's gonna spoil me with the bacons. Yeah, if you want to top it off, thank you. I'll have to find some way to repay you.
And you can use these to eat it, so you don't get your hands greasy, so you don't get your wood greasy.
That's gonna be a fun one. All right. Okay, yeah. Thank you, dear. Okay, so I wish you guys could, well, actually, of course you guys can see. So from the top, so imagine and yeah, it doesn't look right just yet, but don't worry too much. So these nubbins here are going to get cut down into a little nub that I can hold fast. And now that I'm looking at it, yeah, we may do, we'll do through. We'll do through sliding dovetails. So from there, this is the top. We're going to make a nice little bow tie here, inlay, to detract from this nice little loose knot we dug out. And here's the vices. So we're going to change the view here for you guys. And it's going to drop by about 1 inch to 1/2 inch, just because we're going to be through dovetailing, and these are 2 inches thick, so I was thinking about just dropping it. So this will actually be, up here, flush with the top here, like that, and that'll be the front of it. And then we got to make some feetsies that either connect to the front, the back chop, or to the top of the board here, which, like I said, we have leftover chunks to make the front feetsies. Or, I didn't do that. You did not see that. Is good wood. A different thing I thought of, just make a hole in the leg. But then again, that runs the risk of, once you hammer it down, you may break it out. But what I'm thinking about doing is just tenoning, mortise and tenoning something into these legs here, like that, just on the side, so that you can get the get something to hold it down from the front as well, so that you got all 4 points secure. Because we did some math errors, or we did some assumptioning before but is not that big of a deal. So, at this point, we can make the choice of, do we want to make through dovetails? Do we want to make a bow tie? Honestly, I kind of want to make a bow tie. Like, we got the legs, we got the vise and all that stuff. I wouldn't mind marking out where everything is. Kind of want to do the bow tie just so that I can stop staring at this. But that's kind of like a last minute thing. Like literally, that can be the very last thing we do. We can have the thing fully assembled and then we can just do it and then plane it flat. It's an aesthetic thing. So what we would need to do, besides get all of these spacers out of the way, what we would need to do is start transferring lines, because we're going to need to make sliding dovetails in here. Sliding, the dovetail reset, the sliding dovetail groove in the top, the dovetails here. Yeah, well, the bow tie, it'll be easier to do last as well, because once it's all built, I can just go to town. I don't have to worry about breaking out a joint or anything because it'll be solid. Okay, so we want these evenly spaced, but not so far that they hit the nut. That looks good. What is that measurement? For those of you who are crazy like me, get one of these. And what I'm planning on doing, since these are since the chop is the same grain orientation as the vices, I'm thinking about tenoning them in to the rear face. That or a sliding dovetail. I don't want to do a sliding dovetail, no. I think tenoning it in will be more secure. Plus, I could I didn't think about through tenoning. That's going to cut it short. La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. Let me go get a snack here before this random bacon surprise comes away. And this is what she said, where you can eat with this so you don't get grease on your hands. Okay. I'm not worried about making the through dovetail all the way through. We allotted about a ½ inch for mortise or whatever, or if we really wanted to, we could drill a dowel, and then a dowel into the legs, and fasten it with some 3/4 inch dowel. I think at this point, the easiest thing to figure out is where is the through dovetail going, and just start on the through dovetail. Figure out the front face fixture in a bit, because if it's going to be flush with it, if the top is going to end up flush with this, we'll have the through dovetail done. If it's not going to be flush, and we're going to have some sort of tenon or dovetail there, we can cut out a chunk so that we have, cut out the ½ inch chunk and we're still good. Actually, now that I think about it, probably best I just do another sliding dovetail and just slide it down this way so that it can kind of lock into place. Yes, meat candy is always good. Meat candy, brought to you by the makers of pork. We're looking at this, it's about okay, 4.5 inches in is what we're looking at, guys. 4.5 inches in. When I didn't do anything, I swear. You guys saw nothing. Anyway, let's get the vise faces out of the way. They are for later part of project. They will get their time in the spotlight again. And I do mean again because they were the first in the spotlight originally. Okay, sliding dovetail time. It's my sliding dovetail time. And I am very happy I bought this. For those who know, next week is fantabulous. It's going to be a fantabulous time for me. It's my birthday, so I get 10% off at Woodcraft. I may be finishing out my chisel set. Where is... Okay, 4.5 inches. Yes, I know I'm being very stupid in using a pencil right now. Normally I do this stuff with my knife. Honestly, I will be doing it with the knife, so don't worry. I'm just trying to lay things out at the moment so that I can almost. There we are. Good show, old chap. Okay, this is the reference face right at me. So yeah, we have officially moved into joinery. Yay. Joinery. And the reason why I'm doing pencils right now is because we're laying it out where the wood fits, and then we're going to lay out how the dovetail lays. Not necessarily. What just happened? Did the screen go black for you guys for a second? I'm guessing I just needed to refresh. 1 second. Where are you at? Woo! Hadn't used you in a while. Wow. I'm watching myself way in the past right now. Way in the past. And there I am blowing my nose. Okay, it may have just been my phone. Pencil line there, and there should be a pencil line not a very good reference face here. Pencil line there. There we go. Okay. Now we need to number things. We're going to call this 1 and this 2. Why? Because, well, now this one is 1, 2. We're not screwing things up. When you cut stuff like this by hand, it will not fit the wrong way around. Okay, which side? This is reference face, shot face. Always, always make sure things are right. Yeah, I had to refresh on my phone. Like I said, the app was being weird for me. The creator side of the app kept disconnecting. So I'm actually watching myself in the stream, and that's the only reason I saw it, because like everything went black, and I was like, that's not right. And I said, we're not chiseling to this line. This is literally to help me lay out what I'm doing. This is going to be a fun one right here. All right. Because we have to figure out our dovetails. Like I said, we're just laying out right now. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the butt. Okay, basically drawing in where the boards physically are, and whenever you do this, whether it's a knife or not, bring the square to the line, to the pencil, the knife, whatever. Otherwise, you're going to get inaccurate marking. This is going to be the fun one. Also, put this one back up here. I see why you did that. There we go. That's about as accurate as we're going to get. Can I even reference? There's one way to reference. All right. Pirate hat is coming off for a second. So when you have something like this little live edge that we plowed back, oh, I can't reference this. I can't reference this. I can't reference this. Yes, you can. Do something like this. Slide her in. Nothing is impossible. Just highly improbable. Okay, so this is the width of the board. And let's see. We got 2-inch thick board. Do I want to do a 1/2 inch? Do I want to do a full inch? What is this? What are you? Why are you marring my beautiful board? Because I hate to say it, but we're getting close to quitting time too, which is kind of weird. Let's lay out the dovetails. How about that? We'll lay out the dovetail so that you see what we're doing. I don't think a 1/4 inch is going to be enough. 1/2 inch probably enough. 1 inch is definitely enough. Don't want to go over an inch because that's halfway in there. Although, I mean, it doesn't really stop anything. How about, let's try 3/4. What do you look like? Wait, why am I doing it this way? I'm a dum-dum. Well, 3/4 looks good. Let's bring out the old beast. Do I have a file? I do have files. So let me get my flat file here real quick. Whoop. Ooh, somebody's about to give himself redwood if he keeps doing that. So what I'm doing is, this is just a little basically a nail head that's driven through here, and I'm just giving it a real, like, slicing point. There we go. So that it'll try to accurately go. I mean, you can count that if you want. I kind of grazed my knuckle, but there's no blood and there's no contusion, so. Okay. Okay, that shall be the depth. And the good thing about this is there is no fighting over how deep you go. I can transfer this directly to, now there is going to be a problem there, and we will do our best, but I can at least transfer the exact same measurement from here to here to here, so that everything is the same. And the reason I put an edge on this is so that it doesn't bump in and out of grain and become inaccurate. It slices into the grain this way so that it will stay at the measurement I want it. And it doesn't trail in and out of the grain because the grain is pushing it around. Okay. That's the depth line for that one, depth line for that one. And now we go, oh, okay, good. I can get a little bit of a reference even over here. This one requires a steady hand, everyone. Praise Jeebus. Okay. Let me try it again, just to solidify that line. Got us a good line. Okay, good. Yeah, that'll change once the joinery starts. That will change. And this is what I mean by, like, now because we're going to be getting the chisels out. And everyone knows I follow the rules with chisels. Everyone knows it. And Mecca, just so you know, I am still planning on making marking gauges and panel gauges. I have not abandoned that. I just want to make the Moxon Vise first. Okay, we've got a depth line here. It looks like Wednesday is going to be the start of sliding dovetails. Even though I've had shake your dovetail feather for a while now, I feel like I'm on repeat. It's amazing how just running a file down one of these old pin marking gauges, and here, let me show you what I mean. Like, I'm not sharpening it into a conical shape. I don't know if you can catch that. Focus. But I'm sharpening a front face and a back face on it, basically making an edge that's parallel to this guide so that it'll just slice nicely. And you'll be surprised how much that improves one of these. I know everyone likes their little circular cutting guides. And I'm a thrifty old school guy who likes these. But I also have this guy who I may make a little bit differently. This is a crown one, but I'm kind of worried about how small it is. But this, there we go, is called a cutting gauge, not a marking gauge. It will literally just slice a line down because it's got a little razor in there. So, okay, we now have depths for our tails. I have plenty of plans to bleed on what I am building. Let me get, it's a bacon break time. Bacon break. I have so many plans. You know, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Cody, thank you for the follow, man. Thank you for the follow. While I have bacon in my mouth, so I sound like an idiot. There we go, wash it down with a little hot coffee. We are getting close to the end of stream time for today, but I think we're gonna lay out these dovetails. Question is, do I want to do 1 in 7 or do I want to do 1 in drastic? Well, the easiest way to figure out if I want to do 1 in 7 is my template. Actually, if I want to do 1 in 7, the easiest way is to see what it looks like and go, yes, no, maybe so. Let's see, what do you, whoa, 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 whoa. Of course, I love that I can't see everything. Frogfish, thank you for the follow, mate. For those who are new here, I typically stream Wednesday night and Sunday mornings. Let's see what you look like at 1 in 7. Maybe not drastic enough in my mind. All right. Well, let's share. Let's share. I'm going to share with the class that is what a 1 in 7 would look like. I'm thinking about taking it down to a 1 in 6 or a 1 in 5. Although that also means more work. Let me keep that here. Let you guys look. Mecca, anyone out there, you think I should increase the angle, or should I just keep it 1 in 7 like I usually do? Mind you, first sliding dovetails of this massive proportion, so it's going to be fun. Got too close to the meat candy. What actually looks straight to me? To you? Okay, meat candy down the hole, some coffee. Oh, Neil, you're just being nice. Usually you pick on me for this kind of stuff. Oh, I'm talking about the pencil lines, just in case you didn't notice. Like, there are pencil lines laying out what it would look like if I cut them to that line here, which you can just barely see, I guess. The baseline is just kind of, here, let me figure that out. I'll make it a little more visible, what I'm talking about. So that's what a 1 in 7 would look like. I colored in the area we would remove for the sliding dovetail. And remind you, it's going to be 12 inches long. Let's see what a 1 in 6 looks like real quick. I should do this 7 before I do it. Actually, while we're at it, might as well go whole hog. Okay, here's where 1 in 8 would start. 1 in 5 and 1 in 4. I didn't do anything. Nothing bad happened at all. There's no proof. Therefore, it did not happen. Okay, so. Eight. Eight, 7, 6. 5, and to round it out, 4. There we go. So now to look at what they look like. Represent lollipop guild, the lollipop guild, the lollipop guild. Let's see, we said 1 in 6 might be better. All this is aesthetic choice at this point. Forget how to use things, apparently. It's only a couple degrees change. There we go. But it does get bolder. Why am I having so much trouble? Or did you slip on me? Yeah, you slipped on me. You sly dog. I was like, why is it not lining up at all? Okay, there we go. Okay, so that would be 1 and 6. All right. So here's the difference between a 1 and 6 and a 1 and 7. So this is 1 and 7. Or wait, no, that's 1 and 6. A little bit more drastic, a little bit more edge. And then this is 1 and 7. 1 and 6, 1 and 7. Trying to decide, which do I want? 1 and 6 doesn't look bad, but also would require a lot more work. But not a lot. I also like the fact that it has a little more shoulder. The shoulder might be more conducive to what we're trying to do. Because the less shoulder it has, the more likely, I don't want too much shoulder though. Yes, Sleepy Nate, this will be for a sliding dovetail, nice 12-inch long sliding dovetail. I may need to put some glue on you right there. Yeah, it's going to be thickened. I think 1 and 6, actually. I think 1 and 6. We're just going to make a call and say 1 and 6. Even though I usually do 1 and 7 for everything, we're going to be drastic. I'm going to put my dovetail guide away because it's made for 1 and 7s. So let's transfer everything. Kniff, kniff, I'm gonna need kniff, 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 kniff. I kind of want it to be able to lock in. If it was a dado and it's only glue, if the glue fails, it fails. That's why I want a sliding dovetail. Because it's going to be feet. It'll only fail this way on the bench and not this way. So I really kind of want it. Oh, look at that. Pulling that knife right up against my right. Yeah, but you know, gotta try. That's really the thing, is I like challenging myself. So we're going to challenge myself. If I never try it, it never happens. Yup, yup. Grain pattern's always fun. I know I said it a long time ago. This right here, a sliding bevel, is indispensable. If you do any kind of woodworking, a sliding bevel is indispensable. You can make all the dovetail jigs or, you know, angle jigs you want, but a sliding bevel is going to be the key to a lot of it. So, you know, invest $5 into a sliding bevel, you'll use it more than you think. Mark. Okay, mark these. And then we mark out. Just ask anyone in the chat right now. I will definitely do the pain in the ass. Because, like I said, it's all journey here. It's all journey. Journey and destination are all the same thing. I don't have any power tools, or I don't use power tools on stream. I can't say I don't have any power tools. I have plenty. So it'll be interesting. It'll be done with a saw and a chisel. All right. Dovetails are marked out on the legs. Time to mark them out here. These are going to be the pain in the butt. Cutting these will be easy. The actual the tails are going to be easy. Cutting the groove is hard by hand. Oh yeah, I'll be using a router. Don't worry, I'll be using the router plane. Although now that I think about it, 3/4 inch deep is going to be right at the cusp of the router, but I do have a bull nose as well. But I'll be trying to use the router before that because it has depth stops. Oh, this is going to be... Actually, that's not a bad idea. I may take a a plow plane and just plow out a massive amount of the material here, and then take a dado, and then take a router to finish off the bottom, and then kind of use chisels to make sure the edge is correct. But it will be on different string. Not because I don't want to do it, but because we are at the edge of stream time here. Actually, I'm an idiot. Don't do this yet. You don't transfer that last angle. Hello. Thank you. You want to transfer the straight line first. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Phone fall. I knew it was going to happen sometime. Okay. Transfer the actual cutting line so I don't go insane. Okay. Not there yet. Just a tiny bit lower. There we go. Just a bit more. Drop the blade in the cut. Bring the edge up. Light. Medium, dank. All right, edge in the cut. Okay, those are our actual cut lines. I know I didn't reset that, so that doesn't seem right. Okay, edge in the cut. Is it because I was like, wait, no, edge in the cut? Transferring lines from the actual cuts as opposed to just transferring it based off the layout line? Just wanting to know what gave it away. Okay, you're transferred. This one's going to be a pain. And the reason why I say this one's going to be a pain because this may be, let me measure it real quick, just a quick measurement. You just kind of see what the difference is. Because there is that little bit of live edge right there. Let me use the more accurate side, even though, like I said, very quick measurement. Okay, never mind. We good? We're good. Ah, gotcha. There we go. I was like, I know we started that at some point. Okay, knife wall. In. Hold tight. This is going to be a fun one to transfer because of these live edges. luckily I have this nice flat space here. What I can do, because here, let's go. Although it really won't, won't matter. Vel, thank you for the follow. Sorry, like I said, normally it's on my phone, it'll tell me everything and I don't have to rush the screen like that, but there have been technical difficulties with today's stream, so the phone won't give me that information, so I got to rush the screen and look at it on the computer. But yes, I do enjoy Paul Sellers. I also enjoy the Woodwright shop a lot. Up. Somebody was a dum-dum. 1 second. Registered. Tight. Yep, nope. Lost registration. There we go. Nice and tight. This side is basically going to be the junkiest looking thing. Like, here's the biggest problem, is this edge here where it's live edge, because I do not know how I'm going to transfer the angle. Good and stuff. Okay, we got enough to be able to do it here, so. In, okay. Basically, well, I'm working towards a redwood if I keep working this way. Okay, that one is transferred. Yeah. Oh, me too. Now it's all. Now it's all digital downloads, and I'm like, I just want the DVD, because digital download means I have to like actually. Figure out, or doesn't come with the liberty of watching it wherever and whenever I want, because I think Popular Woodworking's digital download actually requires you to be on their site, if I remember correctly, but don't quote me on that, I'm just me. Okay, that's one. Let's hope we don't slice our fingertip open. Two. Thank God for fingernails. Three. Okay. It's established. Okay, we have laid these out. Well, hello, fish. How are you doing? I thought you'd be going out with the others at the Botanical Gardens, unless you're just watching me on your phone. Okay. So, with that, we are basically at a good stopping point. I've laid out the dovetails on all of the pieces that need to be. Oh, there's like a whole group in the, wow. Talk about, thank God for fingernails. I'll show you guys that in a second. there's a whole group in the LARP chat that we're doing some sort of botanical garden thing today. Oh yeah, it's not noon, or is it noon? Sometime around noon. Gotcha, gotcha. I'm eating with my hands now because we actually are pretty much at the end of the stream. But we got a good distance in. We cut our leg chunks, and we've laid out the sliding dovetails. So that means Wednesday we're going to be getting saws, chisels, and planes out to just do everything. That's not a gap of 5 to 6 seasons. It only goes back to like season 29 out of 37. Even if I had the DVDs, that'd be great. But I mean, I would love it if PBS was able to just stream all the seasons. I will gladly watch ones from... It's real fun watching me on that. But we'll be getting out the 71 most likely, and the Stanley 71 router plane, and chisels, saws, and everything. We're going to be starting on these sliding dovetails. I'm actually really happy that we're getting to actual woodworking, or not actual woodworking, actual joinery. I know, but I mean, like, for me, that's still a gap of 29 seasons because I don't have DVDs. I don't have the ability to get them, and I don't want to pay to stream them through Popular Woodworking. I'd rather PBS just got the rest. Oh, you got the first 20. Mecca, we're going to have to, like, figure out a way to hang out. All right, so with that, let's find out who is, no, I don't want to go into Stream Manager because that thing crashes every 5 seconds. We got 20, really? That's it? That doesn't make sense. No. 20, okay, so and she looks like she's making stickers. Let's see who we can find. Makers and crafters, that's keyboards. That's a waiting screen. Yeah. Got Lego builders, someone sewing, weaving. Oh, that could be an interesting one. Someone's weaving. Do we have any woodworkers, guys? That could be either. Now that I'm looking at myself right here, I'm glad that at least 2 weeks is on my face now. Oh look, there's one woodworker. His name is Plain Old Woodworking. Up. Why is he not in my likes? There's Biking Viking. Let's go to... Oh, wait. Fourth Room TV is making beer. Okay, we could do Biking Viking, who's making something, or we can do beer. Yeah, I know you've got low bandwidth, so we'll figure something out somewhere. Do we want to do Biking Viking, or do we want to do beer? Harefoot is doing wands. Beer making. All right, we're getting a lot of beer making requests. So is Fourth Room TV exactly how it's spelt, Snake? All right, we got pretty much everyone wants beer. We're going to go to a beer guy. Okay, one second. Let me scroll back up. Fourth room TV. Room TV. Invalid target channel. Oh yeah, RAID. At least it tells me. It would help if I put the U in there. Right? Yep, I spelt it wrong. All right, we're gonna go raid a beer maker. Everyone have fun. See you guys Wednesday.